Welcome to Hi Hungry, I'm Dad.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hi Hungry, I'm Dad, the podcast where nerdy dads talk nerdy fads. I am your host, Jared, and as always, I'm here with...
I'm Nathan.
Hello, Nathan. Man, we have a really good show this week, I feel.
I'm kind of excited about this.
I'm very excited about it, so let's go ahead and get into it. Nathan, what is your one quick thing?
My one quick thing is a particular beer. It's been a while since we've talked about beer on the show. And I work for a distribution company now. And
humble brag.
Yeah, humble brag. One of the breweries that we represent is called Rabbit Hole, and they went under, and so we had some, and they made really unique and really good beers. And one of the beers that I was able to get a hold of, a few bottles of it, just because they were left in the warehouse, is called Whole Lang Syne. Like Auld Lang Syne, the song from New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve song.
The New Year's Eve, New Year's Day song. The midnight song on New Year's Eve,
The midnight
New Year's
song
Day.
that I never kiss anybody to.
I have only done that twice.
I think the only
Maybe
time...
more. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the only time that I did it was when I was married.
Yeah, I think there
That's about it.
There were some marriage times, but more often than not, during marriage times, we were sleeping. I think actual midnight kisses, probably go to Hannah. But anyway, this beer is fucking fantastic, y'all. It is. I'm putting it in a top 5. Like, I would put it in the top 5 best beers I've ever had.
It is very good. You gave me a little bit of it earlier.
Yeah, and you still have a little bit in that pint glass over there. So I've got a growler of it. I'm just going to read the description. It is a Belgian strong ale. Grab my strong ale. And it is brewed with blackberries and raspberries. Just to kind of describe it, it is...
A beer.
It's a beer. It's an ale, so it's a Belgian ale, so it's a little thick, but
which I like.
But the blackberries, especially the blackberries, and the raspberries give you kind of a flavor palette of like a mead. And so after you take a sip in your nose, like as you're breathing, you get this very robust like blackberry flavor. And then your mouth kind of waters a little bit my mouth is watering right now, in the back of like the bitterness of the raspberries would do. This is hands down. Like, I like beer. I like meads. This is a top 5 beer for me, hands down.
So I wouldn't necessarily compare it to a mead. This is just me personally, just because it's not as sweet as a mead.
There's a sweetness of it.
Slight, but you get more of that Belgian ale.
Yeah, but it's more of the wheat that you get from it. Like that's what makes it kind of thick. I don't know. I could talk about this beer, y'all. I've already drank like half of one already, and I'm on another one right now, and this beer is very good. But also, like, if there's some investor out there that wants to help out Rabbit Hole, like, please do. I love their beer. They used to make an orange IPA called Orange Jub Jub that is hands down the best orange IPA I've ever had. It's just very bright. It's not a lot of IBUs. It's really smooth, absolutely delicious. But yeah, they need some help if somebody wants to help them, because I want to drink more of their beer and I want them to get back in business.
Hey, you know what? And while you're doing that, come and invest in us too.
Yeah, hit up our Patreon. We got a Patreon still.
We do still have a Patreon.
We don't talk about it as much as we used to.
Nah, no need.
Yeah.
If you want it, you got it.
Join Simon, Andrew, and
nobody else.
And nobody else. Join Simon and Andrew in supporting us on Patreon, because they still love us. Also, I kind of feel like I need to try to get a couple more bottles of this to send to Simon and Andrew now.
Yeah, you should at least try to get some more, because even if we don't send them, we can drink them. Nathan, you know what my quick thing is?
Jared, what is your one quick thing? Because I'm just going to keep talking about this fucking beer. Also, their rabbit hole, as in like going down the rabbit hole, Alice in Wonderland, and their whole like fucking shtick was like Alice in Wonderland stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, Jared.
So my one quick thing.
What is your one quick thing?
It is the Gwyneth Paltrow. This is what my vagina smells like candle.
It's the twat candle.
It's the vagina candle.
It's the twandle.
So this is something that popped up in my feed, and I was like, no way this is real. This is something that somebody photoshopped. It's a hoax. No, this is for real. This is sold on Goop, and it is $75. That is absolutely ridiculous.
I want to make a candle that is called "What My Grundle Smells Like." Like, I want to make some like fucked up like fun dip, and it's like taste my grundle. Like you've got the regular sugar stick, right? And then each of the pouches of like, you know, I don't even know if they do fun dip like this anymore. When I was a kid, you'd have like 3 different flavored powders.
I don't know. I feel like you probably could find them somewhere.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
But like you know, you have that, and then one is like dick, one is grundle, one is butthole.
What if they did like a progression of like freshly showered dick, 2-day-old dick,
and then
week-old dick,
and then straight up beef tacos?
Yeah.
This is beef tacos. If they made a fun dip that was fucking beef tacos, I would eat the shit out of that. I would use it to flavor my tacos.
Ugh.
Would you not?
No, I probably wouldn't, in all honesty.
I don't know.
So,
but yes, back to the twin.
So this candle, the
twandle.
description is with funny, gorgeous, sexy, and beautifully unexpected scent. This candle is made with, oh man, I'm gonna fuck this word up. Geranium, citrusy. I don't know. What is it?
I don't know.
Geranium.
Wait, what?
Geranium.
Geranium?
Geranium. That's what I said, right?
No, I thought you said geranium.
No.
Like DR.
No, geranium.
Geranium, which is
Yeah.
a flower.
Citrusy bergamot and cedar absolutes. Juxtaposed with damask rose. This is just getting too pretentious for me. I'm going to stop. But this is absolutely insane.
So basically, Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina smells and or tastes like.
Well, let's not say taste because we don't know.
That's fair. I mean, you could have just a smell. Like, I mean, the smell of this beer is very different from the bouquet is different from the taste.
Yes.
So bouquet and flavor are two different things. So, but Gwyneth Paltrow is basically saying like her twat. I just feel bad saying it. Okay.
I'm not digging it. I'll say
I
that
don't
much.
know. She owns the word.
Well, I mean, this is the vagina candle. It's
Okay.
not.
Okay, the vagal. Her vaginal smells.
So hold on.
Wait, no, but it's
So if they have a visual with their vagina candles, is it a vagal?
no. It's a vaginal vigil. A
Okay.
vaginal vigil.
All right.
Okay, but also, according to her, and the list of ingredients, scents. Thank you.
Yeah.
The list of scents that she has put out there, this would infer that her vagina smells like a goddamn fairy forest.
Oh yeah, no, most definitely. I mean, I feel like that is who Gwyneth Paltrow is, right?
Yes. She is a fairy forest vagina. Okay, but where did the eggs come in? Oh my God, bird's leg eggs. She takes the jade egg and she shoves it up her vagina. That's what that's what you do with them. You put them up there and you walk around with them. Why? I don't really know.
I'm not sure.
I
don't own a vagina,
before,
so I don't know.
Well, yes, I'm not a vagina expert.
No, I would definitely say that is correct.
I have seen them in multiple different phases.
All right.
Thanks to thanks to childbirth.
Yeah.
But no, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. But so she takes the jade egg and she sticks it up there. Mm-hmm. Can I say coot? Is that
no? That's even worse. Yeah, that's worse.
She says what is it called? Goop. She takes the goop, puts it up her coot.
Oh God.
And it makes it smell like fairy poop.
I don't understand where the name of this candle came from. It's like, is she just that
what
type of person where it's like she smells it and she's like, oh yeah, no, that's what my vagina smells like, and then they just ran with it?
Okay, let me ask you this though. Mm-hmm. Have you ever been like playing like a video game or like a game in real life, and then like either you turn to someone that you just schooled or someone just schooled you and they turn to you and they look and one of you looks at each other and you go, hey, what's my dick taste like?
Yeah, but you're talking about tastes.
Yeah, no,
smells.
Wait, but hear me out. Mm-hmm. Because apparently somebody who is very good at a game, their dick must taste like victory. So therefore, vaginas can smell like... They can smell like a goddamn fairy forest. They can smell like a Harry Dresden fart. I mean, like...
I mean, I would assume they can really have a wide array of smells and
yes.
And I have pleasantries.
I've experienced like a range of
most
vaginal
definitely.
smells and or tastes, but I mean, God, that makes me sound like a slut.
I'm
just saying of the ones that I have had, they have all been different. It's like a fingerprint.
Yeah, they're all different.
Every vagina is different, just like every penis is different.
Yeah, but they're all ugly, so.
Yes.
Like, the shape and just the overall presence of a penis is just fucking terrible.
Yes. But also, vaginas are strange also because they look like an alien that would latch onto your face to lay eggs in your stomach.
Sometimes not though. Sometimes it's like the most beautifully like presented item ever.
Yeah,
it's like finding a magical item in D&D.
I've got a +3 vagina. Do.
But every guy who steps into the shower looks at their penis and is like, fuck is that thing?
No, I don't do that at all.
Come on.
I can't think of many times I've been embarrassed by my penis.
I'm not saying embarrassed. I'm saying, okay, take both of them, right? You have a vagina and you have a penis.
Yeah.
Which one is the most god-awful fucking thing you've ever seen in your life?
Well, no, it's the penis because the vagina kind of looks like a flower that also eats mammals.
It's a real Audrey 2.
We've got a real Audrey 3 situation happening here. I'm so proud of you for that Audrey 2 reference. Oh man, there's like a whole bunch of like theater nerds who just got fucking jacked right now off of that.
Now they can never watch Little Shop of Horrors the same way ever again.
I can't watch it the same way because my nephew in high school played Seymour, but now now I'm fucked up by this because it's like step sibling porn that's happening right now.
Oh, that's a whole other conversation.
Except it's like step siblings feeding each other, or like one is feeding the other one other people.
Oh no, that's definitely what's happening in step sibling porn.
Definitely a drugged up dentist. It's all checked up on nitrous oxide.
You know, it's funny. I sent out a tweet earlier today talking about step sibling porn.
I know.
And
that's what made me think of this, because I've been thinking about it literally all day now.
And how we're all still on like that Clueless vibe with Alicia Silverstone and Paul Rudd.
Okay, to be fair, I've been thinking about this. Were they technically step siblings yet?
They were technically step siblings because her father had married
his mother.
I think they ended up being divorced. I haven't seen the movie in a while.
Yeah.
But I think they might be divorced, but he was still like hanging around and stuff like that.
Well, no, he was working for her father.
He was working like in an internship type thing and still going to school from what I remember.
Yes.
So
also, somebody who's seen it more recently or is more versed in it, please tweet at us.
Yeah. I guess you can at us if you want to.
No, I need this. I need you to tweet at us about Paul Rudd and Alicia Silverstone.
Or we could just go watch the Clueless.
No, I don't know where to find it. It's probably on Amazon Prime.
It's probably on Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime has everything.
Pretty much. Not everything, but a lot of it.
A lot of it. Hey, Jared.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice?
Oh my God. Do I ever? Yes, I do. Nathan, thank you for asking, because this one comes from Shitty Ask Reddit by MinMax12.
Okay.
How can I grow my clit?
Speaking of vaginas.
How can I grow my clit? Oh man, there are a wide variety of options here.
No, because you did share this with me earlier.
I did. I do want to throw this out there. Being sexually aroused will grow it a little bit, right?
Yes, it will swell, just as a penis would swell with arousal. It is a blood flow situation, and it will grow with sexual arousal.
Yes. Now it won't turn into a penis, thank God.
Or with horseback riding.
Fair.
Or if you beat it up a bunch.
Just fucking shadow box that shit.
No. Jesus
Is that what you're talking about?
No. I just meant like masturbating a bunch.
Oh, so you mean like flicking it?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Okay. I thought you meant like punching it.
Like it'll get bigger if you flick more bean than a Starbucks barista.
Yeah, I probably should.
But I stole that from Letterkenny. I can't claim that joke.
Well, then don't say it.
No, I definitely want to say it because
you're a fucking hack.
No, because Gail says it, and it's an excellent joke. I don't care if I'm a hack.
Fucking Gail is great.
I'm a podcast host. Of course I'm a hack.
Just all these references that some people will get, a lot of people won't.
You know what? If it brings people to media that we enjoy, then we're doing our jobs.
If it brings people
hosts.
to flicking some bean, why not?
Yeah. So, okay. Let's think of ways to... Okay. So clit is not too dissimilar from a penis.
No.
Or should we say clitoris? I feel bad saying clit.
Say what you want.
Okay. So, I do know, not from personal experience, but from a friend of the show who has used a penis pump.
Okay.
Who has been on at least 2 episodes with us.
Devin.
No. But is a friend that has used a penis pump. That...
I have an idea of who it might be.
So his penis went from like a normal sized penis to like much, much bigger when he was using it.
Yeah, but it's not something that stays permanent.
No, it's not a permanent thing. But I assume that like if you do it enough, it will stay permanent.
I don't think it will.
I think that there because he has said that it has grown his penis over time.
I don't believe it.
I mean, I don't really see him. I didn't see before and after pictures This isn't.
I think it's all mind games. And
I don't
in
know.
all honesty, I mean, I have been going through and I've been watching Penn and Teller's bullshit lately.
And did they do penis pumps?
They have done penis pumps before, yes.
But
They've done like the penis pumps and the pills that are supposed like the extends and stuff like that.
okay.
And it's all bullshit.
Well, no, the pills absolutely. But like
penis pump too.
if you were taking
They
something,
did scientific testing, and the penis pump does not do anything either.
I know, but in the moment it can,
In the moment, it can just because
it is stretching the skin.
right, but it's
They're-
not going to have any permanent effects.
It might not have permanent effects, but it can have short-term effects. Can we agree on
Very
that?
very short term.
Very short term, like in the moment. Like I'm
Yes.
talking like you got like 20 minutes, bro.
But I don't think it's going to add any extra length. I think maybe if anything, it's going to swell up like the skin in the region and maybe
Yes.
add a little bit of girth.
Yes, because I don't think it can actually make it longer.
No.
But so if we take that principle, then maybe by applying suction to the clitoris or clitoris or clit, whatever you want to call it, the bean,
The bean.
the
magic bean.
the bean in Chicago. If you apply like suction to it, logically speaking, it should make it bigger, at least in the moment.
Yes. I think you're right. I think that it'll have short-term effects.
Yes.
I don't know that it's going to have any kind of long-term permanent growth.
Okay. That is a short-term, in the moment solution. Now, hear me out. Who is a demographic that are experts on growing things?
Farmers.
Yes.
FarmersOnly.com.
Farmers are experts on growing things. And what do they use to grow things?
Pesticides.
We have three
And
things.
manure.
We have three things.
Are you going the manure route? I don't want to go the manure
Okay,
route.
no, I wasn't going to specifically say maneuver, but you have fertilizer, sunlight, and water. Those are the three things that farmers use to grow things, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it just as standard. There are other things. There's other like ways to grow things, but those are the three standards, right? We've got fertilizer, sunlight, and water.
Okay, so we've already done like the perineum tanning. So that's out.
But look, all I'm saying is that if you give your beans,
Okay.
if you give your beans some sunlight,
Mm-hmm.
it could help them grow. But only if you pair it with water and fertilizer.
So I want to take out the fertilizer aspect and go with the water aspect because those water jets, they work from what I'm told.
Water jets.
Yeah.
What water jets? Like the
So-
like water picks
So
for
like,
your teeth?
No. Like if a woman wants to sit down underneath a water faucet, that could help it grow.
That would be more like sexual arousal though.
It would, yes.
Okay. So we've got sunlight,
Mm-hmm.
we have water.
So perineum tanning for 5 minutes.
no,
And then
no.
you go get in the shower.
Yes,
and you
this-
have a really good shower head.
Yes. Okay, so we've got those two.
Mm-hmm.
And now fertilizer.
I don't see how fertilizer comes in this scenario.
Wipe back to front.
Oh, that's terrible. That's fucking awful. That's awful, and I refuse to go down this rabbit hole with you. I do want to mention this.
Oh, you want to go down this rabbit hole with me?
I do want to mention this. So I Googled, why are women growing their clit?
Oh, you Googled why they're doing it?
Yes.
Okay,
So-
because we did find a subreddit.
Yeah, but hold on.
Okay.
Hold that thought. So it says that the motivations are kind of varying, but women who have a very small clitoris may not get adequate pleasure from sexual acts that can directly stimulate the clitoris.
Okay.
So I guess that's the reason why.
No, I get that.
Yeah.
If you got a little, I mean, flip side, and we are being very like gender binary in this conversation right now, but like because we've got clitorises and
penises,
but like with a penis, like if you have a small penis, you're not getting a full arousal. Like if it's like really small, I don't think that you can get full arousal on it because it would be like the difference between fucking like a wheel of brie cheese versus versus a slice of Swiss cheese.
Okay.
Like there's not total stimulation because you're not getting like I got nothing. That was the best I had was a wheel of brie cheese, that is also a Letterkenny reference, which is very funny.
You did something. I'll give you that. Okay,
No,
so
but does that not make sense though?
No, it did not make any fucking sense. At Nathan _Kean, tell him that it did not make any fucking sense.
Hey, you know what? You got a little dick come at me.
I do want to mention this. We did kind of browse Reddit and we found another subreddit. It is subreddit Grow Your Clit. So if you want any kind of information, if you are somebody with a vagina who wants to grow your clit, there is apparently a community for you.
Okay. This is what I found interesting about this community is that some people are like educational in their photos.
Yes.
Whereas there are some photos that are just sexual.
Yeah.
Like there are photos of people going, okay, well, I did this treatment and here is my before and after picture.
I would say this. I would say mostly it's educational.
Yes, it is mostly educational. But like I
do want to mention this though. Not suitable for work.
Not suitable for work because these are straight up pictures of like people's vaginas. But there is like maybe every like 8 to 10 pictures or posts, there's definitely somebody just like rubbing their clit.
Well, I think they're kind of trying to show off the difference between the before and after.
Yes, because it does grow with arousal, and I think giving them the benefit of the doubt, they are trying to show the difference.
Yes. I would kind of assume that's the direction they're trying to go.
But also, if I was a 13-year-old boy and I stumbled across this, there would be a lot of like locking my bedroom door late at night and like looking at this. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like I'm a 40-year-old man now, and I was able to look at it and like have a lot of questions that were like in a positive way, but also like look at certain pictures and go, I think I'm questioning your motives in posting this.
What are your real motivations?
Whereas like my motives were purely educational.
Yeah. Okay, Nathan.
Also entertainment, mostly entertainment. Let's be real.
That's fair. Let's go ahead and get into our main topic because we spent way too long talking about this subreddit.
Okay. All right. You go. You say it.
So we have a story that comes from Houston.
H-Town.
So as most of you know, we are Houston-based.
Space City.
Or Clutch City, whatever you want.
Hustle Town.
HTX.
Crush City.
Did it. Okay. So this story came from click2houston.com.
Mike Fires is a hoe.
Yes, he is. But this came from the click2houston.com, and
yes.
The article was written by Brianna Edwards, and this was on January 18th of 2020, so this year.
Okay, I do want to say Click2 Houston is the NBC affiliate in Houston, which means that it is a credible news source for Houston. This is this is the equivalent of your city's NBC affiliate.
Your local affiliate. So the mother in this story, Emily Madonia.
That's how I read it.
Madonia.
Yeah, I had trouble like pronouncing it in my head.
Yeah, Madonia.
Madonia?
I don't know. I don't care enough. So her daughter received an Elsa doll for Christmas in 2013.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a pretty old Elsa doll. This is from the original Frozen.
Yes, 2013 was 7 years ago.
Yes. So this doll sings Frozen songs and has like 15 phrases, and it speaks in English. And they found out that in 2015, it started doing something a little weird. It would go from English to Spanish and then back to English.
Yes.
So the family claims that there isn't a language button or switch on the doll.
That they know of.
That they know of. That's their claim.
Yes.
So imagine you're sitting there, your daughter's playing with her Elsa doll. It's singing Let It Go. And then all of a sudden it just switches over to Spanish.
And it's like,
unexpectedly.
Hola, Olaf. Donde está el carrot?
Okay.
I don't honestly know. I know very little Spanish, and most of it's dirty.
Yeah, most of it is dirty, as a true non-Spanish speaking Houstonian would know.
Yeah, because I've worked in restaurants and retail establishments where there were people who only spoke Spanish, and It was the only way we communicated.
The doll randomly speaks and sings even if it's turned off, which is weird because they're not supposed to do that, right?
Yes, that is strange.
So now we have like two aspects of this doll that they're claiming is haunted. It's starting to speak in Spanish,
and it speaks when it's turned off.
It speaks when it's turned off. Yes. The family decided to get rid of it this past December.
Yes.
And they threw it in the trash. So in the trash, not a second thought, right?
But Elsa came back the very next day. She just couldn't stay away.
What is this show tunes you're doing?
That's The Cat Came Back. How do you not know this song from Sharon Lois and Bram's The Elephant Show?
I don't know it. No.
All right.
I don't know it. So they found it inside of a bench in their home a couple weeks later.
Was that the first time or the second time?
That's the first time. The first time it was inside the house.
Yes.
And
well, no, because it's come back 3 times?
No, it's come back twice.
Okay.
So a couple weeks after they threw it out the first time, they found it inside their house in a bench.
Yes.
And the kids claim that they didn't bring it back in.
Okay.
So either it was the kids are lying, or the husband or whoever is in the house with them did it as a prank and didn't say anything.
Okay. First off.
Or third option is just a haunted doll.
Third option is it's haunted. Okay. First off, I do know that a lot of American-made toys are designed to speak both English and Spanish, and that sometimes when you press a single button in like a certain pattern, like if you go tap, tap, hold, it will switch over to Spanish.
Not this one.
Okay, so it is not designed to speak Spanish at all.
Well, hold on. Let's kind of go a little bit deeper in here. Once it came back into the house, then it started to only speak Spanish.
Okay.
Again, claims are that there is no button, no switch, no way to turn it from English to Spanish.
It says that you press like the gem on her necklace.
And that's how it speaks.
And that's how it speaks. And if there's no other switches, then there might be some sort of sequence of pressing it that would make it switch.
I've
from
looked
Spanish to
into
English.
it. There is not.
Okay.
After they decided that it was time for this thing to just go, Emily decided to throw the doll out using they put it in its own trash bag first.
Yes.
Then they put it in a secondary trash bag with other trash in that trash bag.
Yeah, Dexter rules.
And then they put it in the bottom of their large trash can.
Mm-hmm.
And then they took it to the curb. So there's 4 levels here. All right. It's in its own trash bag. It's in a trash bag within other garbage. It's inside of a trash can
At the bottom
of the trash can, and it's at the curb. Right?
Yes.
So they went on vacation. Came back, didn't even think that it was a possibility. Well, turns out several weeks later, they find the doll outside.
In the backyard, specifically.
Yes, in the backyard.
Yes. So they went out of town, they came back into town, and the doll's in the backyard. It took them a couple of days, though, because they were back for a couple of days, and the daughter came in, and she said, Mom, the doll is in the backyard.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just stating facts. Now, me playing the skeptic.
Mm-hmm.
What if... Because I do know that the mom said that she knows the exact markings that are on it because the daughter drew on it with like a crayon or something at some point. So playing pure skeptic right now. I don't know what other word I was trying to say. That was my stutter. But playing pure skeptic right now. What if it is a prank being played on them by the garbage men?
That would be really good.
Or what if the garbage men believe that when you leave dolls alone, they come alive like the movie Toy Story. The movie Toys starred Richard Pryor, and it's a very... oh, no, Toys is Robin Williams.
Yes.
The Toy is Richard Pryor. Very different movies. Also,
very different movies.
Both excellent movies.
Yes.
But what if they believe that it was like Toy Story, and when the dolls actually become sentient beings when you leave them alone?
I like that theory.
And they decided that instead of letting the doll go to the trash to be incinerated or to be consumed by the landfill, what if they just, I don't know, put it somewhere around the house? Now, I will say that if a trash collector came inside of our home and took something that was trash and placed it in a wooden bench, I would be upset.
Oh, yeah.
But if I saw it in the backyard, I'd be like, what the fuck? What a fucking weirdo. Who did this?
But here's the thing, though. For this theory to hold up, you would have to say that the trash man or the trash person knew...
Trash collector.
Yes. Knew that this doll was trying to be thrown out.
Well, I mean, if they're dumping it and it's in the bottom of the can, it would be on top when they dump it in the truck.
But it's double bagged. So that would mean that the contents would have to spill out.
But they could see the contours of it.
No, not necessarily.
They could see the contours of it.
Not necessarily. Not if it's a full trash bag with garbage in it and then another trash bag with a doll in it stuffed inside of that in the middle. No, you're not going to necessarily see contours.
It was not specifically in the middle. It was just in the other trash bag.
It was just in the other trash bag. You're right.
And I have seen these dolls. They're pretty big.
They're fairly large.
I've actually seen a picture of
this doll. 7 or 8 inches?
No, dude, they're bigger than that. They're like probably a foot, like 9 inches to a foot. I've seen these things in real life, and I've seen the picture that they posted of this doll.
Yes.
So it's got to be 9 inches to a foot.
Okay. We're assuming a lot if we're going to go with that theory.
Or let's go the easy route, Jared.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's stop trying to explain it away. Here's the thing. What if the only language that ghosts speak is Spanish?
Well, that's not true.
Hang on. Because we're not believing that Ghost Adventure's bullshit. Every ghost everywhere speaks English, no matter what part of the world you're in. No. What if death is a spiritual Rosetta Stone?
Okay.
Hear me out. And you come through death and you only speak Spanish. In Espanol.
I mean, that would make a lot of sense because of Day of the Dead.
It is the international language of love.
Or is that French?
No, it's definitely Spanish.
Is it Spanish?
They're both Latin languages. It doesn't really matter.
I thought it was more viewed of the French language.
Yeah, but have you ever heard a girl speak some Spanish? Some sexy ass Spanish? Yeah. You ever hear somebody speak like, I mean, Addams Family.
Yeah, what about it?
Whenever Morticia speaks Spanish, it gets oh man,
it gets Gomez a going.
Yeah, thank you, Gomez. I just blanked. I was like Morticio, and I was like, that's a wrong name, but now I can't stop thinking of it. Yeah, she speaks Spanish, and then he gets all like excited. She speaks French, but it is a Latin language. So, but if she speaks French, then ghosts can speak Spanish.
That tracks, I guess.
Also, B, they are in Houston, which at one point, okay, A, Houston has one of the largest Latino like populations in the country. Also, Houston at one point was a part of Mexico. Where Houston was a part of Mexico.
Yeah. History lesson, I guess.
Yes. Here's your 7th grade Texas history, y'all. So, therefore, if the doll is haunted, it could be haunted by somebody who only speaks Spanish.
Yeah, they just can't let the past go.
You can't let it go.
Just can't let it go.
No holding back anymore.
I do want to mention this. So, since the doll has come back to the house,
yes,
they decided that they were going to send it to a family friend.
This is very good.
In Minnesota with no return address.
Yes.
First off, if it's a family friend, you'd think they would know their address anyway.
They let them know that they were sending it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I think it's more along the lines of if somebody was screwing with them and was returning it back to the house, they wouldn't know where it was coming from, so they wouldn't necessarily know the contents of the package.
Or maybe the doll knows how to read mail labels.
Maybe. So this friend is in Minnesota, right? There was an update.
Yes.
The friend's name is Chris Hogan.
Yeah, son of Hulk Hogan.
And he currently, and there are pictures to show this. Currently, Chris has it taped to his brush guard on his Jeep.
Yes.
And
his Jeep Wrangler, to be specific.
Yes, his Jeep Wrangler. And he said, quote unquote, "If anything weird happens, I'm welding her into a steel pipe and sinking it into the lake of woods."
Into a lake of woods?
To the lake of woods.
To the lake of woods?
Lake of the woods.
To the lake of the woods.
Which is apparently a lake in Minnesota somewhere.
This sounds like a fucking Stephen King novel. Okay, because this is like the backstory to this doll being put into this lake, welded to a steel pipe, but it has like some Spanish woman's like spirit tied to it. And then here's Stephen King, his character, like the character he's writing, the main character is living in the woods trying to write, because that's a common trope in Stephen King's novels.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Here's this writer who wants to write, but he can't write, and then he encounters a spirit in the wilderness, and then
he write.
Yeah, and then as in Bag of Bones, he get his dick sucked by ghosts. Have you ever read Bag of Bones?
Yes, I have.
I'm glad you got that reference. Because he get his dick sucked by ghost, but the ghost can't touch it with her hands, because if he does, then he'll come and he'll wake up. So he just lets it happen. Tell me that's not a weird fucking flex, Stephen King. I love your books and you're amazing as a writer and your Twitter is excellent to follow. But hold up, you can only come if somebody touches your dick with their hands?
Yeah.
What?
So from the years of penis pump use, it's become very insensitive.
Oh man, I don't get it. But also, I would read this book about this Elsa doll
This
at the
Elsa
bottom
doll,
of a
yeah.
lake that has trapped the soul of a Spanish colonialist from the Houston, Texas area.
Like a 1600s
Yeah,
Spanish ghost.
yeah, and
that loves pop culture movies, I guess.
It loves pop culture movies. It was like, you know what? I really like Toy Story, but Frozen's good too. What if I combine the two?
Okay, so I do want to say this to end off this segment.
Okay.
I did a little bit of research. I found this doll. I found somebody doing a review. Guess what is on the back?
What?
There is a switch that changes the voice from English to Spanish.
I do believe that. What else? What else we got?
That's what I got for you.
Do they
There's
get-
a switch.
Do they got a switch that makes it walk?
No.
Also, they haven't changed the battery in this thing in they didn't change the battery in it in since 2013.
Yeah.
So the battery life in it should die.
You would think so.
Unless it's got one of them lithium ion lithium.
Ions?
Yeah, ions. If it's got lithium ion hearing aid batteries, then yeah.
Is the Elon battery new from Elon Musk?
See, it is.
I want to know why. Maybe they just don't know that the switch on the back of the neck is for language, changing it from English to Spanish.
Maybe not.
Because
They were like, okay,
because
well,
all it
this-
is, it's a 0, a 1, and a 2.
Yeah, they're
And 0 is supposed to be off.
off. One is
One is-
on.
English, and 2 is Spanish.
Well, it's the on off. 0 is off, 1 is on, and then they would have a 2 because it's binary, 0 and 1. We've talked about this.
There is a 0.
Yes.
There is a 1. There is a 2.
And then
0 is off. 1 is English. 2 is Spanish.
Yes.
That's exactly how I said it last time, and you fought me on it.
No, I'm saying that 0. So 0 is off, 1
Yes.
is on.
On
technically.
English, yes.
It's on English,
Yes.
and then 2 is on Spanish.
Yes. How is that any different than what I said?
Shouldn't that be 0 1 0 1?
No.
0 1 0 1. I don't know binary.
Me either.
Sue me. Don't sue me. I have no money. I literally have no money.
I guess this explains the Spanish, but it doesn't explain
It coming back
coming
into their
back
house.
into the house, and it doesn't explain speaking and singing whenever it's turned off.
Yes.
And also just the long battery life.
Yes, that is a ridiculous battery life. It must be.
I mean, it's over 6 years old.
Yeah, it must be like somebody needs to get up on some EMFs, like an EMF meter on that thing and see what's going on. What if it is designed? Okay, what if it draws energy from things around it without depleting the energy that it actually that the things around it actually has? We found a new source of sustainable power, y'all.
Yeah.
It's this Elsa doll,
Infinite power.
infinite power.
Interesting. But let's save that for another day. Nathan,
Yeah.
you have some advice?
You know it. My needed advice is from Shitty Ask Reddit. Username is Backwards Tankard.
Okay.
The question is, at what age is it weird to shower with your parents?
At what age is it weird to shower with your parents?
Yeah, so what age is it weird to shower with your parents?
38.
Okay. No, I mean there is a I think there is a sweet spot of it being weird to shower with your parents, but I think it is a bell curve.
Explain that to me.
Okay. As like a baby or like a toddler, it's okay because you don't really know what's going on. And also like the parent can bathe themselves and also keep an eye on the kid. And it's very like convenient time wise and like supervision wise with the child. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Then you hit a certain age where it becomes uncomfortable because the kid suddenly becomes interested. They start staring at genitals, right? Because they're like, that's weird.
Yeah.
It's either I don't have that or is mine gonna look like that?
Yeah.
And that's when you kind of need to stop. But then you go up this bell curve of like it becomes like super weird to bathe with your parents, and then
when you're in your 20s and 30s.
Yeah, and then it comes back down again though, because when they are elderly and they need because they could become super elderly and need help bathing, then you would be bathing them.
Yeah, but that's bathing them. That's not taking a shower with them.
I don't know. I'll throw on some trunks and get to town.
But
I'll get to scrubbing.
You're not getting naked, and you're both scrubbing down, taking a shower to cleanse.
Yeah, but somebody is bathing.
Somebody is.
Somebody is bathing somebody.
The way I'm hearing this question is, when is it weird whenever you're both naked in the shower cleaning yourself?
I got a wild card for you.
Okay, throw it at me.
Community restrooms. Or community showers.
Okay, but that's not necessarily...
They got like a campground.
Okay. You're talking about the one like with the pole in the middle where you have like 3 or 4 shower heads around.
Or if it's just like a
wall.
few on the walls and there's no like partitions. Because I definitely, during camping as a child, had to shower in the same shower as my grandfather, which... I now realize at that age was uncomfortable for me.
Yeah. I mean, how old were you?
Like probably like 6 or 7. And I was like, yo, I'm like right at head height with that thing. With that silver lion. And I was like, I'm kind of uncomfortable. But it's not, but he was just taking a shower and I was just like, I don't know, trying to look at the floor. So just like, I shouldn't stare at it. But also, like, there's a certain age at which, like, adults stop. Like, you hit a certain age where you stop, like, caring about other people looking at your body.
Yeah, I would agree
like,
with
there's
that.
a certain amount of confidence that like old dudes have in locker rooms.
Oh, yeah.
That like young dudes do not.
Right.
So I'm assuming that would just kind of be a cross-gender thing to where like when you're like a 60-year-old, you know, like whatever your gender, and like somebody else is in the same shower room as you and they see you and they're just like, what? And they're like, oh, awkward. But like you've got to be at a point where you're like, whatever, just my jennies.
Your jennies?
It's genitals, just my jennies.
Just my jennies.
Yeah, it is a gender neutral, inclusive word for genitals. Just my jennies. Just my jennies, little one. I'm trying very hard right now. Just my jennies.
So I'm glad you brought this up because it does make a good point. I think that if it's like community, it's still uncomfortable, but it's like, okay, this is the only shower situation we have.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But if you're talking about like going into your house and like you're 10-year-old is just showering with you. That's fucking creepy.
It is strange because
No, it's fucking creepy.
I'm going to say that it is strange because it is abnormal. I in no way would take a shower with my 10-year-old.
Yeah, I would hope not.
That is just because to me it is inappropriate, but that is also my view. But I am going to stand by the bell curve theory on this, and that either when they're very young or also very, very old.
Being old isn't necessarily showering with them. You might shower them. You might bathe them.
Yes, but you could also bathe yourself too. But
at the same time?
Yeah, hear me out real fast.
Mm-hmm.
When you are a baby, your parents wipe your butt, and then you take a shower with them, and nobody says anything about it, right?
Yeah.
When your parents are super old, and you are also super old, you wipe their butt, completing the circle, and that's the circle of life.
Which has nothing to do with this conversation.
No, but you wipe their butt, and then you bathe them, and then it also becomes okay for you to bathe with them.
No, I would say it's still weird for you to bathe with them. You can bathe them.
So you're saying there's a direct correlation between age and ability to shower with your parents?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like 4 max. Cut it out.
4
max.
Man, that feels old to me.
That's why I'm saying max.
Okay. Because there was definitely a time when like Charlie was a baby and like I'd have her in her bouncer and I'd be taking a shower, but like before I got in the shower, I would turn her bouncer around to face away from me. Because, you know, it was I was uncomfortable with it, and that's my own thing. But also, like, you know, I was uncomfortable being nude in front of my child.
No, I get that. But I'm just saying, like, if you can still breastfeed your child to 5, 6 years old, I don't see how other people would say that 4 is just like crazy.
4 is crazy.
Man, I don't know. All I know is you need to let us know what you think by joining in the conversation by searching Hi Hungry Podcast on all social media platforms.
You can visit our website at forgeaudio.net and find out more about us and all of the great shows on the network. Shows like Story Song Podcast.
And The Mountains and the Sea.
And
Killer Fun. Predictocast.
And Predictocast. And
The Mundane and the Arcane.
And The Mundane and the Arcane.
Yeah. Not the Dad Zone, though. Don't go listen to those guys.
Yeah, go listen to them. They're on a bit of a hiatus, but go check them out anyway.
They're on longer than a bit of a hiatus at this point.
I don't know. But their backlog is still good.
Yeah, their backlog is still great, and they should be coming back at some point in time.
Yes.
We want your advice questions. Submit them to the show by tweeting us using the hashtag #NeedAdvice.
And hey, guys, keep it nerdy.
And don't forget your pants.
I'm Christy.
And this is Josh.
And we are The Mountains and the Sea.
It's a podcast about Prince and his vast musical output.
We look at each and every Prince album.
And ancillary material like fashion, videos, related artists, B-sides, remixes, outtakes.
We choose a high, the mountain, a low, the sea, and a time capsule.
Yeah, those are her dumb rules, not mine.
Josh is a Prince superfan and has been since long before I met him.
That's right, and I pulled Christy over to the purple side with my wit and my charm.
The music helped. Join us every other week, anywhere you get your podcasts, and happy purple listening, friends.
Forge Audio.
Dream it.
Build it.
Share it.